What's up, everyone? This is Rayuka, and today is the Rayuka Gaming Channel Update 2021 and beyond. So before going any further, just excuse the audio quality because it's not the usual equipment that I record with. But now that I got that out of the way, let's get into the channel update. So, yeah, 2021 has been an interesting year for the channel. It's been a lot of growth on the channel, and I thank everyone for tuning in and subscribing and choosing to stick with the channel. I am very thankful and appreciative of it. I can't say thank you enough, honestly. I really can't say thank you enough. If y'all didn't tune in or subscribe, that probably would have stopped a long time ago. But thank you, honestly, from the bottom of my heart. I really do appreciate all the support. Now, when it comes to the channel itself, there's been a lot of changes. At least when it comes to content, and some of these changes ain't new, really. I mean, I did talk about this in the last update. Some of the stuff that was going to happen going into this year, and some of it did happen. Less live streams. So the first thing I'll talk about here is live streams. Live streams have become a lot less for various reasons, especially with things going on in my life right now, and due to these events happening in my life, that is, it's been pretty tricky to go and pretty much do live streams. It does not mean that live streams will not be coming back. It just means live streams are on a hiatus. Not a permanent hiatus, but it's up there. But every now and then I will chime into Twitch and live stream there. But it's random. There's no set schedule. It just happens when it happens. So if y'all are interested in live streams and whatnot, you can always follow the Twitch channel, subscribe, follow whatever it is over there. And whenever I jump into Twitch every now and then, you can feel free to check out when I'm playing there. But when it comes to YouTube, it's on hiatus, but it'll happen when it happens. Just don't know when, because there's a lot of stuff going on. Now that I got that out of the way, on to the next topic, and that is a lot of the polls I've been doing. Yes, the polls on the channel polls. But I've asked y'all if y'all wanted to see me bring back the podcast. Now, for those who don't know, there was once a podcast on the channel. Long story short, I nuked the channel because I wasn't comfortable with YouTube's rules and whatnot, and decided, hey, I'm just gonna take this off of YouTube. But before doing that, it used to be on the Rayuka Gaming channel, this channel where you're watching the update. And this update will be on various platforms, but when I say the Rayuka Gaming channels, I'm specifically referring to the YouTube channel. And I removed the podcast off the YouTube channel because, well, some of the stuff that was talked about didn't fit here. And then I put it on its own channel, and then I nuked the channel due to YouTube's nonsense or whatever. But ultimately, the podcast, at least the first 22 of the podcast, and when I say the first 22, there was 22 in the series of the original, and that is on AudioMac. So for those who want to watch that podcast, at least the old ones, because they're old, it's there. But it's as I said, if I haven't said it, I'm gonna say it now. The podcast is for mature audiences, so just be aware of that. And it's the old stuff. Now, the poll, so far the feedback has been fairly good. It seems like a lot of you want to see the podcast return. And I've been thinking about it off and on since seeing the poll. I'm a bit surprised. And most likely the podcast may return. If it returns, it will be on its own channel. And it'll probably, I'm not sure, but I'll probably like title the #1 or whatever, because it's sort of the rebirth, the revival of the podcast. So if it does come back, it will be on its own channel again. and I will be talking about various topics, including gaming, of course, because there's so much that's been going on, gaming and in comics and all sorts of things. But I will mainly talk about things that interest me in that podcast. So as that time nears, um, whenever I decide to bring that back, um, y'all will know. Y'all will know. So I thank all of you who have voted and gave feedback. It's always appreciated, and I really do thank everyone. I really do appreciate it. Now, on to the next thing, and that is collaborations or the collab. Now, when it comes to collabs, it's a gray area. This is a topic in itself for me that I could just I most likely am just gonna leave for a podcast because it I got stories. Um, but I'm gonna focus on this one because it seems like Azure. For those who don't know, Azure Nova OST, Azure. I mean, I know him in real life, but at least the Azure that I know, and in the past, it seems to be a lot of requests for collaborations. At least from his end, it seems like people have been making requests like, "Hey, when the collaboration is going to return," and stuff like that. And for those who don't know, there was a time when this channel had the Crucible Chaos or Destiny content. A lot of the content on the channel was Destiny related, and the Crucible Chaos series that was done on the channel basically was me playing Crucible, live streaming Crucible on Destiny, which is a team versus team kind of mode or whatever, or PvP as they say, player versus player, and me Azure will play Destiny, and that's basically where a lot of the collab came from and stuff like that. And it seems like there was people that like that kind of collab. But as time went on, Destiny went through its various changes. As it went through so much changes that game, and Azure and I just kind of, when the collabs happened, they just happened. There was really nothing set. It wasn't like we sat there and said, "Oh, let's set a collab up for next week." No, it was just like something that just happened. And Azure has his own life going on. I have my own life going on. And there's been times where I see the feedback myself, and I asked him. I was like, "Hey, you interested in doing a collaboration again on this? Do you want to, or do you want to collaborate on another type of game?" And the response has been pretty much no, but it wasn't. It was no for various reasons. Azure, for those who don't know, he just doesn't play PlayStation no more, and a lot of collaborations happen through the PlayStation. So yeah, it just made things pretty tricky. And with that being said, he just doesn't mess with PlayStation no more. He doesn't like a lot of things Sony has done. I'm not gonna talk for him, but he has a lot of views, not so positive views on PlayStation. I'll just leave it like that, and he just doesn't want to do collaborations on the system. And it's his choice. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, he can do what he wants to do. So for those who are wondering why the collaborations have happened, that's one reason. One of a few, I believe. The other one is, well, we play different games. We ultimately do. We play different games. The whole thing with Destiny was at a unique time, but as time went on, we just play different things. Azure plays MMORPGs. For those who don't know what that means, massive MMO, massive online role-playing game, whatever. I mean, role-playing game, whatever you want to call it, mate. MMO, massive multiplayer online role-playing game. I believe that's what it stands for. Anyways, I probably have that wrong. I was just thinking about it. That was that moment of silence, just in case I screwed up. But anyways, so we play different games. He plays a lot of RPGs, MMOs, and stuff like that. I play fighting games and horror games, and yes, Rayuka plays horror games. I play quite a bit of horror games. So Ray here plays a lot of horror games, and things like that. And ultimately, Azure and I, we just play different things, and not like I haven't, in recent times asked him, hey, you want to collaborate on this kind of game, and Azure would just be meh about it. So you get to a point where you get tired of asking, and I don't want to pester somebody. I don't want to be like, hey, do you want to play? Do you want to play? Do you want to play? No, I just no. I'm not gonna keep doing that. And I did that off and on. It wasn't a constant thing. But every now and then I'll be like, hey, are you interested in doing a collaboration on this? Because, people want to see a collaboration, and, that conversation went the way it did. So with that being said, I guess the point I'm getting at is that there is no more collaborations between me and Azure Nova. If something happens, it happens. But going forward, I am not asking or going to bother Azure about collaborations. And I'm not saying this for nothing bad or anything like that. And Azure knows this. We have these conversations outside YouTube and stuff like that. But I'm going to put it out there. There'll be no more collaborations with me and Azure. But if it happens, it happens. But there's just nothing set in stone. And I'm definitely not going to ask because, well, you get tired. You get tired of asking. And it gets very annoying. So with that being said, that's done. That chapter is closed. That does not mean Destiny content won't be coming to the channel in the future, but right now it's definitely not a focus on the channel. So yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to collaborations. As for collaborations with other content creators, well, I don't see that happening either. But as I said before, that is something I'd rather leave for a podcast because there's a lot to talk about for me when it comes to that. And unboxings. Yes, I'll get into the unboxings. So, what happened with the unboxing videos? What's going on? To put simple, unboxings. Collector's editions of games are expensive. I don't buy any collector's edition. It has to be a game that I like, that I am willing to support. So if it's not a game I like, then I'm not going to get that collector's edition. But it's also money. As I said, some of these collector's editions are very expensive, and space is a problem too. Where am I going to put this collector's edition at, right? So space is another issue when it comes to the collector's editions. But yeah, collector's editions, the unboxings anyway, are on a hiatus. It does not mean an unboxing video won't happen in the future. It just means right now, it just ain't happening right now. But unboxings will come back at some point, just not anytime soon at all. I mean, there's been so many collector's editions I could think of that I wanted, but I couldn't even get my hands on for various reasons. For instance, the Darksider collector's edition, they had like all the statues and whatnot. I think it was like 3, 1, 2 or whatever. It was so cool to look at. It was something I really wanted, but the price was ridiculous. And yeah, and at the time too, it was hard to reserve. It was almost impossible to reserve because the pre-orders were sold out. So, and that was a while ago. I forgot the name of the collector's edition, but they had Fury, the Reaper dude. I mean, it's been some time, but man, it was really cool to see all the statues for Darksiders, man. And another one was the Resident Evil. I wanted the Resident Evil 3 Remake collector's edition, but that was impossible to get. That was sold out, so I couldn't get Jill. And the same with Resident Evil 8 Village. I could not get Chris. Chris was gone. It was sold out. So yeah, it's 2 collector's editions as well that I couldn't even get my hands on. So I was just like, it's whatever. It is what it is. Maybe someday, but that someday ain't today. So yeah, it's not like I haven't been looking. It's just money's tight and space is a problem, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And some collector's editions are just almost impossible to obtain because of their popularity or whatever reason it may be. And on to the other platforms that I'm on. So I figured why not talk about this, because this update is probably going to be on Odyssey as well as BitChute. So I guess I'll go through Odyssey here. Odyssey is pretty much going to be much of the same. Content wise, is everything that's on the YouTubes is going to be over there. And I like Odyssey. I think Odyssey is a great site. I like what they're doing over there. And for those who don't know, yes, I'm on Odyssey. The links will be in the description down below. Feel free to check it out. Yeah, Odyssey is pretty much going to be much of the same. As for BitChute, though, BitChute needs a lot of work. I have nothing positive to say, and as the saying goes, if you don't got nothing good to say, don't say it at all. So I really don't have nothing good to say about BitChute right now. Their auto sync is trash. For those who don't know, auto sync is a feature that usually some of these other alternatives will have to take the videos from one, put on the other. Yeah, I just right now I don't have anything good to say about BitChute, so I'm just gonna stay quiet and see where BitChute goes as time goes on. But I really do want BitChute to approve. I just think they're doing a lot of things over there that don't make any damn sense. But anyways, that's where I leave my thoughts on BitChute. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now on to the end of this update. So I just want to thank everyone. I really do appreciate all of you who have subscribed, stuck around, and helped this channel grow and it to continue to grow. It will be crazy to see the day that this channel surpasses 9,000, because I really want to use that Vegeta meme, the over 9,000. That'd be nuts. But man, I'm very thankful from the bottom of my heart for all those who just tuned in and stuck around. I really do appreciate y'all are helping this channel grow, and who knows what the future holds, but it's looking bright. And I'm just very thankful to all of you who have tuned in, stuck around, and whether if you're here from the beginning and still here now, or are new here and choosing to subscribe and stick around, I'm very thankful, and I really do appreciate it. And as I said before, I can't say thank you enough. I can't. But I thank my small community. I thank all of you. And I hope y'all all doing great and doing okay. And that's pretty much the end of this update video. If you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, stay tuned to that community tab feature. I will be updating that if anything occurs. And yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Anyways, as always, this is Rayuka here saying thanks for watching. And until next time, everyone, sayonara.